They told him to just sign the paper, one signature, one lie, and his life would finally be easy, but he didn't sign it. That single decision cost him his job, his reputation, and nearly his family. If you've ever felt like you were punished for doing the right thing, then you need to hear this story. Daniel was not a rich man. He was just an ordinary guy, working long days, coming home tired, and holding on to one simple belief: your name is worth more than money. Now, at his workplace, shortcuts were the norm. Inflated numbers, missing materials, quiet deals made behind closed doors. Daniel saw it all, but he stayed quiet, not because he agreed with it, but because he had a family to feed. You know how it is. Sometimes you have to look the other way just to get by. Then, one afternoon, his manager called him into the office. A file was placed on the desk between them. Just to prove it, the manager said calmly, "Everyone does it." It's no big deal, but Daniel knew it was a big deal. He knew the file was full of lies. Signing it would protect the company and make a lot of powerful people happy. Refusing, that would expose everything. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He just lay there, staring at the ceiling. In the living room, he could hear his wife talking about school fees. From the next room, he heard his children laughing. He started imagining the future if he signed the paper. A promotion, maybe, respect from his bosses. Definitely some financial relief. Life would get easier, for sure. And then he imagined the other future, the one where he said no, unemployment, mockery from his colleagues, silence from friends who didn't want to get involved. He felt a knot tighten in his stomach. The next morning, he walked into the office with his hands shaking. The pen was placed in front of him again. The whole room was waiting. Daniel took a deep breath. He pushed the file back across the desk. "I can't sign this," he said, his voice barely a whisper. The room went dead quiet. You could have heard a pin drop. Within a week, he was fired. No farewell party, no explanation. Just an empty desk. Words spread quickly. People stopped calling. His phone went silent. Some people said he was too proud. Others whispered that he was just foolish. If you've ever felt that kind of isolation, just for being honest, I want you to tap the like button, because someone else out there needs to know they're not alone in that feeling. Months went by. Daniel searched everywhere for work, but doors kept slamming shut. "You're overqualified," they'd say, or "You're not a good fit for our culture." Most of the time, he just got no response at all. At home, the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. His wife tried to be strong, but he could hear the fear leaking into her voice. The bills were stacking up, a constant, ugly reminder of their situation. One night, she finally asked him, so quietly he almost didn't hear it, was it worth it? And for the first time, Daniel had no answer. He just sat there, feeling the weight of his decision. He had done the right thing, but it felt like it had destroyed everything he loved. A whole year passed, a year of struggle, doubt, and quiet desperation. Then a call came. It was from a government investigator. An official inquiry had uncovered massive fraud at his old company. Everyone involved was dismissed. Some were even arrested. Daniel's name was cleared publicly and completely. Not long after, a new company reached out to him. They didn't just offer him a job because he was skilled. They offered it because he was trusted. His life didn't magically change overnight. There was no sudden wealth or fame. But something more important did change. He could look his children in the eye without a shadow of shame. He could finally sleep through the night. He still had his name. Integrity didn't save him quickly, but it saved him completely. Subscribe if you believe some stories aren't just entertainment. They're reminders of who we should never stop being. Thanks for watching.